We appreciate it. All right, folks, Israel's Operation Lion is a gift to America and civilized people everywhere, including the people of Iran. And that's the subject of the riff. Israel's Operation Lion, awarded to defend America and civilized people all around the world. It could even be awarded to defend and save what was once known as the Iranian Empire, as President Trump referred to it in a Truth Social post today. Now, listen, please, to Prime Minister Netanyahu channeling to the Iranian people.
Our fight is not with you. Our fight is with the brutal dictatorship that has oppressed you for 46 years. I believe that the day of your liberation is near. And when that happens, the great friendship between our two ancient peoples will flourish once again. I want to assure the civilized world, we will not let the world's most dangerous regime get the world's most dangerous weapons.
As reported, back on April 12th, President Trump gave Iran 60 days to make a deal. Yesterday was day 60, and rather than a deal to denuclearize and stop all uranium enrichment, Iran instead aggressively announced a new enrichment program. And at the same time, yesterday, the International Atomic Energy Agency called out Iran for being non-compliant in its obligations under the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. Experts on all sides, but especially in Israel, reported that within days or perhaps just a week, Iran had the capability to produce as much as 12 nuclear bombs. Now, right up to the end, President Trump attempted diplomacy. The Ayatollahs, however, remained rogue, using peace talks as a cover to accelerate their uranium enrichment and even attempt to rebuild their air defense forces that Israel had decimated last October. President Trump acknowledged yesterday that he was aware of the Israeli operation, and he gave it a green light. Mr. Trump has been a stalwart in defense of Israel. No Biden-esque carping or sniping or snarking at Israel's existential effort at self-defense. And importantly, Mr. Trump held tough on the red line of no uranium enrichment whatsoever. No shaky deals. And my sources tell me that the pro-Israeli influence of my longtime friend and colleague Mark Levin, who will be here in a moment, was very influential in Mr. Trump's thinking, and ditto for the influence of Senator Tom Cotton. Now the question remains, how long is it going to take Israel to cripple Iran's nuclear capacity, or whether there'll be a movement to free Iran from the Ayatollahs and promote some kind of regime change? Noteworthy reports are that Saudis, Turkey, the UAE, perhaps even Qatar and the Azerbaijanis have actually been helping Israel in intercepting Iranian missiles. It's very, very interesting that they are siding. The Gulf states are clearly siding with Israel, and they are clearly siding with Israel's benefactor, Mr. Donald Trump. Economic and trade bounty is at stake. The Abraham Accords are going to be expanded. But the world must be rid of the Iranian terrorist regime. And the world should be ever thankful to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the Jewish state for defending freedom and civilized values for all of us. And that's this evening's